Hello everybody and welcome to this album review. Now today I will be going over this album here by Squeeze called Singles, 45's and Under. Now this album was requested by the Western Blues. Now they don't post any videos, but they comment a lot on my videos and they are a great supporter of my channel, so they requested this album, so I'm going to go over it. So basically Squeeze were a British band who came to prominence during the New Wave era, so like the late 70s, early 80s, basically like after punk had come and gone, New Wave took over very much. The group consisted of two main songwriters, Chris Difford and Glenn Tilbrook, with Chris Difford writing the lyrics and Glenn Tilbrook doing the music and the tunes. During the peak of their popularity in again like the early 80s, they were hailed as the heirs to Lennon and McCartney, which I can see why they were given that accolade. Because some of the songs on this album are absolutely fantastic and like fantastic lyrics and great tunes as well. You can definitely hear the Beatles' influence on this group. Also, another notable member of the band was Jules Holland. He has quite a popular music show on BBC Two now, and he was in the group up until 1982, where I think they split, but then like they reformed, and I think they had a few more songs out after that, but none of them were as big as the ones on this album, which was released in 1982. Because I think like they broke up in 1982 and like came back in like the late 80s, I think anyway. This album here reached number 3 in the UK charts and went platinum as well. So basically, I've got this album here on vinyl and also CD here as well. This was my mum and dad's CD. Not sure. So this is my parents' CD here. The actual CD is just like the CD player. It's very basic packaging, probably one of the first like generation CDs, so they really hadn't thought too much about the packaging on it. So I'll just shove that all back together again and then show you the vinyl, which is a bit more interesting. So there, this is it here. I got this at a record fair, will be coming up about 2 weeks ago now. In like a £1 box, so it's a pretty good find. I mean, I couldn't resist picking it up because I knew it was a great album because I heard like the CD before. So, and yeah, it's just on A&M Records there, and there's the other side there, just the same label. So now I will go over all the tracks individually and that's right. I'll leave that until later. I don't want to be fiddling about with it for too long anyway. So I will now go over all the tracks on the album. So the first track we have on this collection is Take Me, I'm Yours, and this was one of the ones that I was familiar with before I heard that it was by Squeeze, that because I think like it might have been like usually like a commercial or something, or like maybe like in like a film, perhaps. I'm not too sure. It got to number 19 in the charts. It was a debut song, and like it very much establishes their kind of trademark vocal style, and like Glenn and Chris's vocal style, with Chris Difford singing an octave lower than Glenn Tilbrook is singing high. So their vocals are very unique in that respect. That they don't sound like any other kind of singers rather before anyway. So then, Take Me, I'm Yours, fantastic song. Then we get Goodbye Girl, and this is like another synth-based track. It's got some fantastic lyrics on it, and like when I was researching for this review, like I was shocked to find it only got to number 63 in like the British charts. It should have done much better than that, I feel. Then we have Cool for Cats, and this got to number 2 in the charts. So number 2 like in the charts, and is one of their biggest songs. It features Chris Difford singing, which is quite rare because most of the other songs are done by Glenn Tilbrook. This features Difford singing it. It's not a favourite of mine. It's still a fantastic song, but it's not a go-to track for me. Like I prefer the other songs like on the album to this one. But I can understand why it was a big hit like at the time. We then get my favourite Squeeze song, which is called Up the Junction, and this is just a fantastic song. I mean, I mean, I can't really say much more than that. It is absolutely brilliant. The lyrics on it are wonderful. I mean, they're, well, I'd say they're probably Difford's best lyrics, I'd say, because they use it very much. He's using like half rhymes and that in it. So like kitchen, missing, and that like well, like I've not got like the lyrics on me now, but like because I've just forgotten like about them all. But yeah, but like yeah, there's sort of like half rhymes and that in it, like really clever, and also doesn't have a chorus either, which is quite strange actually. Yeah, like considering that the song's like so catchy that it doesn't like have a chorus, but I suppose that like it works in its favour, I'd say. I mean, this one reached number 2. Number 2 in the charts, and I feel that should be should have been a number 1. It's a brilliant song. Then it's Slap and Tickle. This is taken from the same album, I think, as the other 3 songs. This one wasn't as successful and reached number 24. It is another great song with some fantastic lyrics on it. Like again, synth based, so like another solid track. We then get Another Nail in My Heart, and this is from the year 1980, so a year later. And this is a fantastic song, one of their best in my opinion, and with some fantastic guitar work from Glenn Tilbrook in it. I think that he is like a really underrated guitar player, like in my opinion. The solo on that song is brilliant. Song peaked at number 17 in the British charts, and yeah, like I said, one of their best songs. We then have Pulling Muscles from the Shell. This again released in 1980. Like another great upbeat foot tapping song. I was shocked as well. This only got to number 44. I mean, it is actually quite a well-known song actually, but yeah, like I was surprised that it didn't do better like on the charts. This one very much for me is pop perfection. It's absolutely brilliant. It's on a CD where I've got like songs in the key of Paul. This thing like that, so like just like songs with like a Beatles influence. You can definitely hear the Beatles influence on that track. And then on to side 2 now. So 7 songs on side 1, and there's only 5 on side 2, but they're a bit longer. We have Is That Love? Yes, that's right. Again, another Beatles track. These ones there from 1981 were produced by Elvis Costello, actually, just to note as well. This one, Is That Love, is one of my favourites. And also, here's a wee factoid for you. It was their only number 1 song anywhere, like in the world. It got to number 1 in Israel. Actually, that's I suppose that I'm not sure like where like the other singles got like in Israel, but yeah, like the only like number 1 anywhere. They didn't have like number 1 in Britain, only number 1 in Israel. So anyway, there's that song, Is That Love? Fantastic song, great chorus, brilliant song. Then we have Tempted, which is another one I knew before I realised that it was squeezed very much, because when I was reading up, it was widely used in commercials and that for like a lot of different brands and that they used that song. And like, yeah, it is like one of their most well-known songs, despite only getting to number 41 when it was released. This song as well is also sung by the keyboard player like at the time, Paul Carrack, because Jules Holland had left by this point, and Paul Carrack had taken over. As he sings that song, quite good, I'd say. Because vocals aren't as good as Glenn Tilbrook's, but yeah, like he does a good job on that one, Paul Carrack. And then we have Labelled with Love, another brilliant track, I must say. This is a slightly slower one, and is one of their biggest hits actually. It got to number 4 like in Britain. So so one of their more successful songs. Like again, this one produced by Elvis Costello. Yeah, a fantastic track. Then I get Black Coffee in Bed, and this one is from 1982. This song is a good song with a fantastic chorus, and it just lifts up for the chorus. It's well, I don't know what is it, just like the chords or something. It's absolutely fantastic. Just sort of lifts everything up. I'm not sure like if it changes key. But yeah, fantastic song, really cool song. Maybe a tad overstretched. It's about 6 minutes and 12 seconds long, I think. They should have phased it out a bit sooner. I feel, but it's still a fantastic song with some great guitar work on it. And the final track on this album here is called Annie Get Your Gun. Now, I never used to actually bother with this track. I only listened to it 2 days ago, like when I was preparing for this review, because I knew I would have to talk about the song. And it is a really good, fast-paced rocker. Really like it a lot. No idea why I just like passed it over before, but I really do enjoy that track now. So yeah, like I'm not going to give this album a score out of 10, I don't think, because it is a greatest hits album. I mean, but if I was, it would be a 10 out of 10. But yeah, because all the songs on it are really brilliant. So right, so yeah, like if you would like to see more albums reviewed, please leave them in the comments below. I like getting requests, and yeah, please like the video and subscribe. So I'll see you next time then. Bye bye.